Howdy, hi, and hello. Welcome to Noah's Nest, where we all sit down and get comfy while I either talk about a RPG, talk about a topic that interests me, or go through a character creation flow and just relax for a bit. Well, I want to relax too, so we're going to create some characters. For this, I'm going to be choosing two different RPGs that I have covered in the past, and I will be making two characters from each RPG. So the ones that I'm going to be choosing from today are Those Dark Places and Tiny Gunslingers. Yes, I know Tiny Gunslingers is more new, but I want to make a new character. I want to make some characters because making a cowpoke seems really fun and interesting to me. So for Those Dark Places, I am not going to create the backstory until everything is rolled or everything is chosen. Same thing with Tiny Gunslingers. So let me open up my handy dandy notebook. Okay, am I back? Am I back? I'm back. Alright. I had to call my parents real quick, and I had to finish writing down some of the stuff. So, the first characters that I'm doing are from Those Dark Places. God damn it. So, what I have to do, I will be rolling a crew job twice. The first one will be my main job. The second one will be the secondary job. I will then roll for skills. I will roll them in order. So I have strength, agility, education, and charisma. The one that I get first will have 4 points in it. The one that I get second will have 3. Third will have 2. The last one will get 1 point. And then, lastly, I will roll for the adventure that this person is in. It could be from a cargo thing where you're trying to get stuff from space, a rescue, a scout, they could be lost, or trying to escape a ship, explore a different place, an abandoned ship has come about, or a couple others. So how about I roll them now? So they are going to be a helm officer and an engineer. Now for the skills. This is what I'm scared of, mainly. Education will be at 4. Charisma will be at 3. Strength will be at 2. And agility will be at 1. Lastly, let's roll for the adventure for this character. Okay. This character is being taken place in a heist scenario. Okay. I am now back. So I will do the helm and engineer on a heist mission with an education of 4, charisma of 3, strength of 2, and agility of 1. Let's meet Nathan. Nathan is one of the world's most infamous gamblers. Along those lines, he is a very, very adamant cheater, where he has done a lot of cheating in casinos and online games, I would say. As he was training, he already knew about a bunch of technology and all that stuff. That's why he's an engineer. But while he's been training and doing all this cheating, people now live in space. And for some reason, one of the things that was created and built and put up into space is a casino. And it has become the first and surprisingly most popular casino in technically all of the universe. So, Nathan, a gambler and a cheater, decided to get a crew together to go and pretty much rob / steal money from the #1 space casino. He's able to tap into computers and cameras and technology, but in his skills, he is more brains than bronze. As he played all of these different games over the computer or all of this other technology, he's able to get his way out of certain things by talking, but if it's fighting or running away, it's not going to go well for him. So the next person will be a security officer main, but with a secondary in navigation. Now for skills. Charisma is at 4. Education's at 3. Agility is at 2. And strength is at 1. And then the adventure will be a rescue mission. Rescue mission. Okay. I'll be right back. Next, with the rescue mission, with the security officer / navigation, with a charisma of 4, education of 3, agility of 2, and strength of 1. Let's meet Jimmy. Jimmy is a newbie / new recruit to the security sector. Sadly, with Jimmy, he failed his navigation exam. After so much reading and trying to do all these different specs, he still failed the navigation exam. But he still had a high enough score to keep him in university or the line of work that this is. So they decided to put him into the security sector. Even though he's not that good at shooting or surviving, he was still set into this sector to pretty much try and bring out what he's missing. As he was being moved over to the different sector, the navigators, the ones that actually passed, were shot off into space to do some training, some like real life training. But something have failed, like maybe an engine shot or miscommunication of some sort, which caused them to now be stuck out there. Him, along with a team, is now being sent off into space to try and rescue all of them. He may know his way around navigating because, hey, who knows? Maybe writing different scenarios down isn't as worthy as doing it yourself. I don't know. I kind of like Jimmy and Nathan. I like them. The gambler and the newbie. I like them. I really do. Okay. Next is Tiny Gunslingers. I'll roll a d6 to see what quote-unquote level I am. Okay. 2. Not a high bounty, but also not great. Pretty much basic petty things. Like maybe he's a bounty hunter that just deals with robberies or just some dumb basic things. And then I will roll for what weapons I'm mainly going to be focusing on, which I believe I am a heavy ranged proficient in. God, I feel bad for this guy. I will roll, aka have a randomizer set for what skills or what traits I'm going to have. I will get to choose 3 of them. So I will roll or randomize 3 times what traits I got. So let's generate this with the numbers I got. were 40, 34, and 11. So the traits that I got are Martial Artist, Addicted Memory, and Lawman. So Martial Artist is I gain Unarmed as a weapon group to be proficient in, and I do not gain an additional mastered weapon for this proficiency. Once per day, I may re-roll a failed unarmed attack, evade test, or goblin agility test. For Addicted Memory, when testing to recall information you have seen or heard previously, even in passing, you succeed on a roll on a 4, 5, or 6. And then Lawman is when a target has a bounty, you may spend 1 grit to gain an advantage on a roll against them. Okay. For bounty level of 2, which is mastered, well, it's proficient in heavy weaponry with the traits of Martial Artist, Addicted Memory, and Lawman. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back with the first person with a bounty of level 2 that is proficient in a heavy weapon that has the traits of a Lawman, Addicted Memory, and Martial Artist. Let's meet Sally, a regular barmaid but with a massive temper. After many fights and many people trying to flirt with her, she decided to pull out the big guns. Literally. From fighting off bandits, from stealing alcohol, to pulling out a heavy gun, to stop full-on brawls, she became one of the most secretive yet dangerous bounty hunters. And she's a barmaid. She knows what people look like. They come in quite a bit just to get drunk. And she hears things. She knows almost everything about the town. Okay, let's do one more before I end the episode. So let's do what kind of weapon. So this person is proficient in light weapons. Its bounty is at a level 3, and its traits will be rolled. Okay. So the first one I got is Ambush Specialist. It's where you gain advantage on a test to locate, disarm, and detect ambushes and traps. You also gain advantage on safe tests to avoid traps. Next is Big Game Hunter. You have spent years learning how to hunt, kill, and trap other creatures. You can spend an action to attack an enemy at disadvantage. If you succeed, you deal 1 damage and gain advantage on your next test or attack against them. And lastly, their trait is Sneaky. You gain advantage on testing to hide or sneak around without others noticing you. If you are detected while hiding, you always act first. Okay. Being sneaky, ambush specialist, and a big game hunter that's proficient in light weaponry with a bounty level of 3. Let's do it. Alright. I'm back with the very last character of the night. So, we have a bounty level of 3. They are proficient in light weapons with the traits of Ambush Specialist, Sneaky, and Big Game Hunter. Here is Otto. He is your all-around runt of the litter of the town. Small, sketchy, and always around the worst amount of people. But that's just what he wants. Being able to sneak around, get the drop on them, and then finish them off without anyone else knowing. Other than the law, so he could get his bounty reward. Being able to sneak around and get behind cover and disappear from line of sight is exactly what he wants. Being able to lay traps, disarm them, and stop ambushes from happening around his town or himself. Otto is pretty much the best rogue, if you would say, in the town. Best bounty hunter rogue in town. And that's all I got from Tiny Gunslingers and Those Dark Places. I really do like all these characters. Yes, I know I am biased by making them myself, but hey, my creativity must release in some way, shape, or form. So thank you all for listening to Noah's Nest. If you want to check out more stuff, check out our Spotify, all these other episodes that we have done in the past. Spotify, Apple Podcast, and anywhere else that you find podcasts that you can listen to. Check out everything from YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, at Creatures and Cantrips. You can also check out Buymeacoffee and Patreon if you want to support us in any way, shape, or form. You don't have to, but it is gratefully appreciated. Like, share, comment, rate us 5 stars. It helps us grow and get our name out there. Thank you all. And as always, see you, love you, miss you. Goodbye, guys.